Good morning, Shavua Tov. Welcome to the Halacha Halacha Review, Sunday, the 15th of November. We're still talking about Shabbos preparations. We're still talking about making hamotzi. Let's touch on the issue of covering the challahs. You know that we put a cover over the challahs when we're making kiddush, and this has both a halachic and a sort of a drush significance. Three reasons given for this practice. The Tur quotes the She'eltas, Rav Achai Gaon, who explains that when the cover is removed after Kiddush, so you cover the challahs, you make Kiddush first, and then it's obvious that the Seudah is in honor of Shabbos. It's something done differently. You know how we do something differently at the Seder, so this is the different thing that we do at Friday night, Shabbos day, to make it different. According to this reason, it seems, some argue that all the food should be covered after Kiddush, but the minhag does not follow this practice. I have seen, however, there are people, we among them, in most cases, who do not bring the food to the table before Kiddush, before Hamotzi. So the only thing on the table, aside from the place settings and the glasses and so on, are the wine for the Kiddush and the challah covered by its challah cover. Okay, so that's one reason. The Yerushalmi, the Palestinian Talmud, as I like to call it, says that the challah is covered to protect it from embarrassment. What does that mean exactly? The bread's going to get embarrassed. Because if it weren't for the mitzvah of Kiddush, we have a mitzvah to make Kiddush, and that takes precedence. There is a kedima, there's an order of precedence of brachot, of which order you should say things. So you have a number of foods on the table, each one gets a different bracha, so which one do you say first? So there's a lot of halachas about that. The one that's pertinent here is that bread takes precedence over wine. So you should say hamotzi before you say hagafen, because bread is even more essential to the meal than wine is. You can have a meal is constituted when you have bread. Wine you could have, you could not have, but if you don't have bread, it's not really considered a full meal. So we do, however, have a mitzvah to make kiddush. So we make kiddush first, and that includes borei peri hagafen, which is a little bit out of order. So we do cover the challah for that reason. Okay, what do I want to say about that? Something else. Can't remember. The Tosfos gives a third reason that we cover the challah as a remembrance of the man. We spoke before Shabbos about manna. When the man fell to us in the desert, sustained us for those 40 years, it was sandwiched between two layers of dew. There was a layer of dew below and a layer of dew above. So our custom is to put the challah on a plate of some kind and have a cover of some kind. So it has a cover below and a cover above. And that is the idea. Oh, here it says that some say you shouldn't bring food to the table before you say Kiddush. Mitzvahs Lechem Mishnah, sefer I'm not familiar with. Aruch HaShulchan says that the challah should be covered before people come home from shul. In other words, it should be ready and all set to go. Okay, until when does the challah have to stay covered? The challah should be brought to the table before Kiddush, we said. Mishnah Brura says the challah should not be uncovered until after Hamotzi. Okay, so in other words, you make Kiddush, everybody goes and washes, and then you come back to the table, and you keep the challah covered while you're making hamotzi, according to the Mishnah Brura. Pri Megadim, early 19th century commentary on the back of Shulchan Aruch, says that you may uncover the challahs after you make Kiddush. Either minhag is correct because both have a solid basis in the halacha, so do what is your custom. The prevailing custom is to keep the challahs covered until after the hamotzi is recited, but no need to change that if that is not the custom in your house. Okay, so we'll leave it there. A few more points to talk about this tomorrow. We'll try to finish it up then. In the meantime, have a good day, have a good week. Take care.